As night falls in Homs, fear creeps in. 1 year after the fall of the Syrian regime, the Alawite community, the ethnic group of Bashar al-Assad, is still burying its dead. This mother lost her eldest daughter in October when her family was on their balcony.
My husband and daughter were there. She ran here, then fell near the door. Look at the marks. 1 bullet in the wall, 1 in the railing, 1 that hit her, and 1 that even reached the living room.
The grieving family remains in a state of shock.
My son was behind me. He saw his sister. He drew the motorcycle and the man on it who shot at us. My son talks a lot. He imagines things. He's very tired. He tells me, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm suffocating. With everything that's going on, we wonder, where is the security and order? What's the point of filing a complaint when we see motorcycles with masked men almost every day?
Authorities set up concrete barriers to block off neighborhoods where tensions are high. They claim to have stepped up security checks, but the violence continues, and civilians are often targeted. Like this activist, wounded by a bullet to her leg.
I felt like I was back in 2011 or 2012 when Assad's militias were hunting us down. That's the most plausible scenario I can imagine. The worst case scenario is that I'm targeted because I'm from a certain neighborhood or community.
She was also a prisoner under the Assad regime. But despite her suffering, she tries to understand the logic behind the reprisals.
I know that the pain is immense and that many expect the authorities to uphold their rights and pursue justice, but this has not happened, so I cannot blame them.
Homs, the birthplace of the Syrian revolution, bore witness to deadly conflicts during the war. The streets still marked by the violence and bombings. Fresh wounds only add to the desire for vengeance. To encourage connections among residents, activist groups organize workshops on transitional justice.
Every day we hear about 1 or more crimes, often settling of scores without any intervention from the state. If the principles of transitional justice are not applied, society will drift apart. The perpetrator and the victim cannot live side by side. People have lost their possessions and their loved ones. How can they be compensated? It is by restoring a little dignity to them that we can hope to live in peace in this country.
This man lost 3 loved ones in the conflict. In total, he knows 12 people who were killed. He says the situation is chaotic.
2
of my relatives were shot at after being wounded by 2 armed and masked men on a motorcycle. Then, another member of my family was also shot at. Neither I nor any of my family have ever had any ties to the military, yet we feel targeted simply because of our religious affiliation. It's a spiral of violence. If we don't put a stop to it, it's like a snowball that keeps growing and eventually engulfs the whole country.
Grenade attacks, shootouts, kidnappings. As threats continue to multiply, this local NGO is attempting to document each incident.
In October, more than 25 civilians were killed in the city and its surroundings, amid widespread and indiscriminate use of weapons. In August, there were 15 victims, 11 in the city, 4 in the rural areas. In September, 9 murders and 10 incidents involving gunfire or grenades were recorded. Fundamental problems persist, such as the proliferation of weapons, ongoing impunity, and a lack of transparency in investigation reports. Will the state be able to control the situation and bring weapons under control?
In mid-November, tensions flared after a Sunni couple was killed in the village of Zaidal, south of the city. Religious writings were inscribed on a wall near their bodies. The incident triggered a series of reprisals across the Alawite areas. Security forces intervened to contain the situation. The next day, a spokesperson from the Ministry of the Interior arrived on the scene to reassure residents.
Each time a Syrian citizen suffers, the state suffers as well. The state protects all of its citizens.
On the streets, authorities are installing lampposts and security cameras to ease fear at night. But it's local initiatives that are attempting to heal wounds. Like at this Jesuit convent, open to all faiths since the revolution.
There are social contradictions in Homs, and this project is not a solution in itself, but rather an attempt to build trust between the different communities.
Weekly football matches bring people together from different neighborhoods.
We know that the people of Homs are passionate about football. This initiative could be more important than any official intervention. It brings people together around the same team.
The multi-faith city of Homs, in the heart of Syria, will serve as a litmus test to see if living together in peace is possible in the rest of the country.